Hi everybody, welcome. Thank you very much for joining me for this tarot read. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and jump on into it. I'll let you guys know too, this is going to be a general read. So it might resonate with you, but it might not. That's okay, guys. You're going to know if the message is meant for you because it's just going to feel right. Also, we are going to draw an energy card at the end of this read. Yin. Interesting. So yin speaks of sort of a need to sit back, to let something come to you. Okay, that's exactly what that means. This is like somebody told somebody something was going to happen, and they're just like sitting back now and just like waiting for it to play out. Like they saw something's coming, they predicted something was coming, and now it's like this, sitting back. Even in this happy, I feel like this is like, fucking knew it. Like I knew it was coming. I saw it coming a mile away. TikTok. Like, it was just a matter of time. It was a matter of time before all of this played out the way that somebody said it was going to. It's like predicting something, predicting somebody's path, predicting something was going to happen. I feel like warning too. Like someone tried to warn somebody to, I feel it in this breathe card, like calm the hell down. I feel like somebody had a temper. Somebody had a temper. Somebody was impulsive. And it was like, if you don't calm your shit, this is what's going to happen. I get that very distinctly. Same with this, like, time for a nap. I feel like cool your jets. Like, cool your jets, do some meditation, control your temper. Control your temper is what I keep getting. Truth be told, somebody did not want to hear this truth. Like, surprisingly enough, it just pissed them off and they lost their temper too. You know, and it was the person who told them this was this loyal heart. It was somebody who cared about them, somebody who had emotionally invested in them. I could have been a romantic partner, and it was just like, you can't keep going through life like this. Like, you can't just keep sort of like blowing your top whenever you feel like it, not worrying about the consequences. I get like this prediction as like somebody predicted, if you keep going down this path, if you keep behaving this way, this is what's going to happen. I feel like job loss. I feel like I'm going to be out of here. I'm not going to live with you anymore. Like, you're going to lose your situation with me. I can't live with this temper. And I feel like I see the word cops in my mind. So I don't know if this person would actually get into fist fights or get pretty down close to it. I feel like they got warned though. Like, their partner, this loyal heart, everything they said was like true. Like 100% accurate. And they're like, if you keep moving this way, you're going to lose these blessings in your life. Because I feel like this person had a pretty decent life. I feel like their partner, this loyal heart, had invested in them kind of like a soulmate. Like, you know, I'll stick by you. It was like, I'm going to do what I can to make it work. But it was like, at the end of the day, this person's temper was too much for somebody to handle. Like, they couldn't live with it anymore. This person, and it's not like they're like, okay, I have a temper. Okay, I'm going to try and work on that. And then they actively tried to work on it. It's like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Don't talk to me about my temper. Let's talk about you, blah, blah. Like, totally unaware, unwilling to admit that there was some sort of an issue with their behavior. And that was what somebody couldn't deal with. And this is Treasure Island. This is about manifesting. Somebody warned them, if you keep doing this behavior, this is the reality you're going to manifest. Like I said, I keep feeling like relationship ending. So living situation would end. Job loss. I feel like possible involvement with the law. Yeah, chaos and conflict. It's like, this is what your life is going to become. It's going to become this chaos and conflict. But you're the one who's manifesting it with your choices, because you refuse to just sort of like recognize you have a temper and then do something to work on it. You know, do something to calm your shorts. Calm yourself down. This person does not want to calm down. And I do feel like someone had to step away. I do feel like this loyal heart had to be able to move away from this because they couldn't live with the chaos and conflict. It's like they can see this shit coming down the road and they just couldn't bring themselves to hitch their wagon to that. It's like, I can't spend the rest of my life like this with this person who is angry, this person who is impulsive, this person who is unwilling to change or recognize that they even need to change. Because I feel like if Buddy was like, you know, I see I got a problem, and then he like actively tried to work on dealing, this person would have stayed with them and would have worked through it. It would have been bumpy, but somebody would have stayed and worked through it. The fact that this person was so unwilling to even see that there was a problem. It's like that was telling. And someone's like, I need to step away from this. I can't live like this. I do feel like this was the best choice for this person who stepped away, to move away from this toxic energy, because they knew where it was going to lead. They knew exactly where it was going to lead this person, and nowhere good. Nowhere good. It's like they tried to warn them. It's time to clean it up. It's time to be able to dig deep to find out where this anger comes from and to start to learn to manage it. And because someone wasn't willing to do that, then this poor person had to clean it up. And that was severing ties. I was severing ties and ending this relationship. And I do feel like they lived together. I do feel like they built a home together. And that definitely came to an end as well. Unfinished symphony. But there is a lot of healing that's still happening from this. Like there's still heartache. There's still emotions involved. Even though someone had to leave because someone was moving in a negative way, it doesn't mean that they don't still care for them. It doesn't mean that they don't still love them on some level. It's just like they can't live like this. And they're not going to follow them down this road where they can see where it's going to lead. Like I keep seeing the word like fired. And it's like, you're going to get fired from your job. So I feel like this person had a temper at work. I don't know if they would fight with coworkers, fight with their boss. And their partner was like, it's a matter of time before you lose your job. And then who the hell is going to hire you if you can't keep your shit in check? You know, it's like, I don't want to be the only breadwinner because you can't keep your shit together. And someone really did have to, somebody had to cut ties. And I feel like they loved this person. They could see the good qualities that were in this person. But it was like the negative shit was never going to change, or at least there was no end in sight to it. There was no recognition for it. And so they had to sort of look at this relationship for what it was, not what they thought it could be if somebody somewhere down the road finally decided to change. I feel like they had to sort of unmask it and really take an honest look at it. And I feel like that was very hurtful too, to be able to have to look at it for what it was. But this is a journey of them finding inner peace. I feel like cards are definitely reflecting that person's journey in healing and moving forward and sort of rebuilding. Because they did come to a fork in the road with all of this. And like I said, they had to take a really brutally honest look at what this relationship was and where they thought it was going to go. And they were just like, I can't follow you down that road. I see it coming. I can see that this train is going to derail. I'm not going to sit on it and ride it out until the very end. And they would have, like I said, if somebody would have just made that effort, somebody would have found the insight to say, yeah, I got these problems. Yeah, I need to deal with them. And then actively try and work to deal with them. They wouldn't have expected an overnight change, that loyal heart. You know, it wouldn't have been like the first slip up, they would have been gone. They would have worked with them and been patient with them while they worked through their anger issues. But the fact that they just would not even look at themselves, take an honest look at themselves, it was like this loyal heart just couldn't do it. This loyal heart couldn't just sit on that. I feel like they built a life together. They might have even had family or little ones. They did build a life together. And somebody's like, why? This loyal heart is like, why? Why couldn't this person just step back and see what they were doing and see how their behavior affected our family, how their behavior was affecting the life that we had built together, and how with acknowledgement and change, we could have kept that. We could have kept building on that. We could have found healing and we could have moved forward. Why were they so unwilling to do the work? And this is part of this person's healing journey in letting go, is sort of finding out those whys, finding closure for themselves. It's a grieving process. It's a grieving process in stepping away from this. Because like I said, okay, yes, it was toxic because this person's anger was toxic. It had a negative impact. But there was still love there. There was still a connection there. There was still emotions. There was not an easy choice to separate and to leave. But it's like someone had to do this for their own peace of mind. Somebody had to do this for their own well-being because they saw where it was going to lead. And I do believe it's this Queen of Wands energy that moved on. Just because it's a Queen of Wands doesn't mean this is a female. This Queen of Wands, to me, she represents this truth, honesty, and integrity. In her, I see personal truth. And I feel like she tried to help this person find their personal truth, to look within, to really look at, why are you so angry? You know, why can't you keep your anger in check? What's really going on? What's really behind it? But that person just didn't want to do the work. And they didn't want to sort of look deep and discover those secrets. That high priestess, she sort of floats in between the light and the dark, the conscious and the subconscious. That tells me that all of this anger comes from something in this person's subconscious. And this person was not willing to look in those dark corners to figure out where it came from, or they already knew and were unwilling to face it. It's too bad, because like I said, this loyal heart would have stuck by them throughout the process. You know, even if it was rocky, if they could see this person was trying and starting to make progress, they would have stayed. They would have done everything they could to support them on their journey and to keep building, moving forward. And I think it's really sad that it went this way. That Page of Pentacles, he is about learning. He is about learning. He can speak to good news on the way. I feel like he's speaking to some kind of a learning. I do feel like this is some kind of an understanding for her in moving forward, like a why, like a closure. It may even refer to this high priestess and recognizing that he just has things he's not willing to deal with, things in his subconscious that even if he knows what it is, he's not willing to face it. It's like this recognition too. It's not her fault. She didn't do it. She can't fix him. It's not like there was something lacking in her that he couldn't get his shit together, right? Like this was, whoever this partner was for this Queen of Wands, this was theirs to deal with. This is their journey to take. This anger, it's all of theirs. I also feel like this Page of Pentacles is speaking to this person that this queen was with, and learning that everything this queen said was going to happen frickin' happened. So like I said, this relationship came to an end, which is what she warned them about. I do believe there's going to be job loss, which is what she warned them about. There might even be involvement with the law, which is what she warned them about. Like I can see like coming true. Her predictions were extremely accurate. Everything she said was extremely accurate. Like she saw it crystal clear what was coming down the road for this person. I do feel like this person is going to be learning that. I do feel like she knows too, on some level, what's going on in this person's life. And this is part of this yin too, and sort of like sitting back. So she's actively working on her journey of healing, but she's still aware of what's going on in this person's life. And so there's like this sort of like waiting for it to unfold. Like, okay, that happened. That happened. Oh, is this going to happen now? I feel like as she moves forward on her journey, she's still able to see that this person's experiencing everything that she knew was going to happen. And I do feel like this is a chance for this person with the anger issue, to get into this hermit mode. Because they're already seeing this home that they tried to build, right? This building blocks, this Four of Wands, this foundation that they tried to build with this loyal heart has come to an end. They've experienced that tower that this person said. I feel like that gave them the first clue that, wait a minute, maybe this person's right. Maybe this person has a point. Six of Wands is about recognition and reward, but I feel like they're not totally into hermit mode. I feel like it's a little bit there, like a little bit of a light bulb went off, like, hey, okay, this kind of happened. I feel like there's other things. And as each of those things comes true, this person's going to think more and more about it, like getting more deeper into hermit mode and being like, oh my God, like I can't believe everything happened just the way this person said. Like they knew what was going to happen. Like I should have listened. Yeah, they're impulsive. That's exactly what this Knight of Wands is. This Knight of Wands is somebody who's very impulsive, acts without thinking. This person has a temper. This person is run by their emotions. This King of Cups represents this energy that this loyal heart, the Queen of Swords, stepped away from. The Two of Swords is like conflicted, like can't see. There's no clarity, just clouded by emotions, just reacting, not willing to sort of look within the subconscious, not willing to sort of look deep within to get to the root of why everything happens. That Seven of Pentacles, like I said, like this person kind of like reaping what they've sown, right? They created this situation where somebody just could not live with them anymore. That's gone. That was of their own making. I keep feeling a job. I know I keep saying that, but I keep feeling like job loss. Job loss is going to be a part of this too, because this person can't keep their temper in check. Like they're always arguing. They can't take direction. They don't want to, they have no respect for authority. That's what it is. They have no respect for authority. The Six of Swords is like moving on, severing ties. I do feel the Hierophant sort of represents that institution to me. This is like where this person works. This is some sort of authority, because the Hierophant can be a mentor too. So I do feel like this is somebody who would be in a position of authority. And I do feel like this severing ties here too. So this is going to be the job loss that's coming about now. And again, Seven of Pentacles, reaping what we've sown. This is of this person's making. This didn't magically happen to them. This is because they can't keep their temper in check. It's because they're not doing their shadow work to figure out what's going on. Eight of Cups, they're alone. They are very much alone. And loss, a lot of loss. A lot of times this Eight of Cups to me is like a bright new journey forward. And it's good. And it's a very positive card. I don't feel that in this read. I just look at it and I see lonely. This person is lonely. They're going through a lot of loss. The love of their life left them because they can't get their shit together and they're unwilling to look at themselves. They're losing their job because, again, they can't keep their shit together. Judgment is karma. We get back what we put out. This is what they're putting out. This is their harvest that they've made for themselves. They set the foundation for this to happen. You know, they set it all up in a way that this is how their life was going to play out. And this loyal heart called it like 100%. 100%. Like they were so accurate. And I feel like they had a pretty good life. Like they had a good partner. They had a solid partner, a steady partner, someone who intended to be there for the long haul until they just couldn't anymore. Someone who was emotionally supportive. It's like, man, if they would have started some sort of a healing journey or a self-discovery journey while this loyal heart was still around, like they would have had it made in the shade. They would have had so much support. As like, now if they're going to get their shit together, they're going to do it by themselves. Their healing journey is going to be a lonely healing journey now. There's nobody standing by their side anymore because they chased them away. And there's not just that. Now there is having to look for work. Now there's having to rebuild financially as well because they allowed their temper to get carried away. This Nine of Swords. I still feel like this person has trouble with finding clarity. I feel that in this Nine of Swords, like self-pity too. Like there's still not quite that recognition as to, I made this bed. This is my responsibility. My actions caused this. This is still a clarity that they need to find for themselves. You can see the little owl there. That owl is wisdom. It's blocked by these swords. These swords are thoughts. This is this person not being able to organize their thoughts, to see the wisdom, to find the clarity about what's truly going on, what was truly the cause. I see them in this Page of Cups energy too. I don't know if they've reached back out to this Queen and being like, I want to change. You know, I lost my job. It was just like you said. Everything happened the way you said. I want to change. But I just feel like the offering that this person brings, because Cups represents emotions. It's like this emotional offering. But this is a Page. This is still a young energy that has a lot of work to do. It does not have enough to offer to a Queen. And this loyal heart who left is a Queen. This is someone who is generous, somebody who's caring, somebody who's kind, somebody who has a level of success and confidence in their own right. It's like they don't need this Page in their life. They don't need this Page to find happiness. They're worried that getting back with this Page is just going to be a Five of Wands, which is conflict. It's drama. They don't want drama. And I feel like since this separation, they've had a level of quiet in their home life, like no shouting, no fighting. And like as much as they still, because I feel they still have feelings for this Page, for this, whoever this is, this Knight of Wands, it's like They don't want to go back to the arguing. They don't want to go back to the chaos. That Death card is about transition, closing the door on one chapter and beginning a new one right next to the Ace of Wands or Ace of Cups, sorry, that is a new beginning, an emotional new beginning, a new cycle. I feel like this person wants to try and start again. The person with the temper wants to get back with their loyal heart. They feel like it's their soulmate. They want to start again. They want to find healing. They want to retry. I don't know. She's having peace. I feel like she's found some sort of an inner peace. And it's like now this person just doesn't seem to have enough to offer for a partnership. Now, Wheel of Fortune, it's changed for both of them. One for the better, one not so much. Right? So this queen is moving in a better way. She's finding inner peace. She's finding quiet and tranquility in her household. And this other energy, this Knight of Wands, I keep seeing that Knight of Wands, is like everything's kind of gone to shit, but it happened exactly the way the queen said it was. Like exactly to a T. And he still doesn't get it. I see that in these cards. The Page is a very immature, selfish, self-centered energy. I also see feeling sorry for myself, not recognizing what's going on around me, not recognizing how my behavior affects other people. I'm still in my own thoughts. I'm still spinning in my own thoughts in my own world. So this person has not changed yet. And I do feel like they'll talk a good game to try and get back into this queen's life. I feel that in the Knight of Swords, they're going to try and say whatever they think it's going to take to try and get back, because they do draw strength from having that queen by their side. They do. They truly do love that queen. Even though they have this anger issue, they can't get their shit together. I'm not saying this is a good relationship. This might always be a toxic thing that needs to be separate. But they do have that genuine love there. The Ace of Swords is about victory. It's about triumph. It's also about truth, though. If they want this functional partnership, if this Knight of Wands wants to have this true partnership and come together and start fresh and start a new chapter, this person's got to look at some inner truths. This person has to dig deep and do some shadow work. No more lying to themselves. No more holding back, because I do see holding back. I see lying. I see this person has not quite done that shadow work. This person's not looking deep yet. They just want to go back to what it was. They're just feeling that sense of loss. And they're wanting to get back to a time of what they feel was abundance. Having that queen, that loyal heart by their side. But they got to do their shit here. I don't think that queen's getting back in until this person really, truly gets their shit together. This guy did not want to leave my hand, so this is the card that's going to come out. This is our energy card. Honor your feelings. Honor your feelings. You know, and this is partly for this queen too. This is like recognizing what that truth was and how you now feel not having this negative energy in your life and not allowing toxicity back in as much as, you know, it still hurts your heart. Keeping that separate, looking after yourself, possibly little ones or a family, and doing what's best to keep that peace and tranquility in the household. And this other person needs to dig deep and start recognizing their emotions too and do their shadow work. I don't feel like this person's a totally horrible human being, but they got baggage. They got a shit ton of baggage and they need to deal with their baggage. It's like this is this crossroads. This is this opportunity for this person to find change in their life. Alrighty guys, I hope that you enjoyed that read. If you did, if it resonated with you, please hit that like, that subscribe. It helps these messages to get out there. Have a great day guys. Take care.